Hello. Hi. Uh, so I wanted to show this little tracking program that I've been writing off. Yeah. Few different windows here. The first one, easiest one to see, the one that's moving a lot, is the landmarks window, which is the result of the landmark detection network from MediaPipe. So what I'm doing is, camera detection. It's placing a bunch of landmarks on my face, and it feeds those into a second network to get us blend shapes, which we see over here. So basically all these points are fed into a neural network, and these are all the parameter outputs. So that's these first two, kind of the inputs. Down here, we have this output window, which is basically a list of all of the live 2D parameters and the values that they're taking. I feel like I need to pretty this up a little bit, maybe, but for what it is, it's all right. Yeah, but yeah, these are basically all the input parameters for Live 2D. So the way that the plugin works is it's basically just doing an injection to overwrite those parameters. I kind of do it this way because I can't on Linux, because I am running a Linux system. I can't really use the built-in Live 2D programs. I made a previous video when I first started working on this, and this is mostly just kind of like the evolution of that. But yeah, just context is I couldn't really use it, so I built my own plugin to do it for me. But yeah, these are all the different Live 2D plugins. And then the third window up here is this parameter window. And what it is I've got two different types here. You see blend shape, and then you see landmark. And so the blend shape, what they do, so there's a few things here. I have, this is outputting to the browse. It has some scalar and offset, which in this case it's scaling by 1 and offsetting by 0, so nothing's changing. And so what it does here is it has a list of the blend shape parameters, and I wasn't sure, the worst thing I am is naming variables. The way I was doing the calculation was I was taking the max of these and subtracting the max of the positive, and then subtracting the max of the negatives. So basically it's like, well, these two parameters, or these parameters, roughly correspond with a certain type of behavior, and so I'm just taking the difference there. And yeah, you see that for most of these blend shapes is like, alright, the eye looking out to the right, or looking the right eye looking out or looking in. The Live 2D parameters from -1 to 1. So this will be from, because all of these input parameters are 0 to 1, so you're reconstructing that range. So that's the blend shapes. And then for the landmarks, we have three different things here, or two different things. The first one I'm using for cheek puff, left eye open, right eye open. And what this does is it does something, so trading to cheek puff. It has an input set of points, which I call face oval, which are the oval of the face. If I look at the left eye, it's the left eye. points. So the eyes around here. But it's doing what I've called an ellipse fit, which is I take those points, I fit an ellipse to it, and then what I do is I look at the ratio of the minor axis to the major axis, and then I sort of scale things by that. And so cheek right here is 0, or I guess a small negative value by default. And it goes up to about 0.6 when I kind of puff my head up. I think I can actually increase that a bit too. So if I were to do that, yeah, that gets all the way up to 1. And yeah, if I want to make a change like that, if I want to change one of these values, I can always just save them. And if I didn't want to keep that thing, I could hit reset, or so that would save it. It would reload the parameters that are in the parameter file that was just saved, or set defaults, which would use the ones that are hard-coded. But yeah. And the last landmark type is mouth open. And basically I didn't want to use an ellipse for this because I wasn't sure how consistent, what would be a major versus minor axis, like when your face gets round. It might have trouble kind of distinguishing which way should I be orientated. And so instead, what I decided was, I can just calculate a complex hull of, I have this input set lips, which are the orange points around my lips here. I calculate the area of this complex hull, and I compare it to the area of the outside face. And then, of course, I scale it and offset it by some amount. I do the same thing for the volume. But, yeah, this has been kind of fun to put together. There's a few things that I want to do. So this is still, like, a little janky. This window, it resizes alright. I was thinking it'd be cool to scale the points with it as well. For the outputs, this seems serviceable. There might be a nicer way to display stuff. I'm not doing the blend shapes. I can have this kind of display because they're all values between 0 and 1. But for the Live2D parameters, they can all vary quite a bit. Like, the position and angles are like absolute, like just numbers. Like, this is, angled 10 degrees one way, or 2 degrees a different way. And some of them are between 0 and 1, and some of them are between -1 and 1, or, they can have all sorts of different ranges. So I just stuck with the text output for now, but, there's ways to do it if you want to have like a little like slider progress or something, I guess. The other thing I was thinking about was, for some of the configuration, I have the things that I change the most often, which are the scale and the offset. Those I've kind of put in here already. I was thinking about, for some of the blend shape calculations, if I want to have a way to add or remove parameters, that might be useful. And then I was also thinking about, basically creating custom defined parameters. I think there's a limit on how many you can have from Live2D. I'd have to relook at their API. But you know, you could you know, define your new custom parameters, one of the ones that aren't given by default, and that would basically essentially be, you know, being able to add one of these, maybe add or remove parameters here, or if it's a landmark, maybe adding an input set of points. I only have the eyes, the lips, the eyebrows, and the what's called the face oval, which is the outline, which isn't colored, defined. But I mean, I guess you could always try to do like select these points and add them to a set and create your own set. I don't know if anyone would necessarily use that, but it would be an option. And the other thing would be, you know, calculation type. That's basically limited on what I've done. So, like, if you wanted to do something fancy with the eyebrows, I would think, you know, neither of complex or ellipse fitting would work really well. Like, I would think, oh, maybe like like if you fit like a parabola or a cubic to maybe you can get something. But that, yeah, because I didn't write it, it's not like an option or anything. And I didn't see much of a reason to add it, but it is stuff I'm thinking about maybe doing. I'll see if I can put this code out there. Yeah, my previous stuff I did publish. Someone was kind enough to leave an issue once, basically informing me of a bug that stopped you from being able to run it the first time because of some bad refactoring I did. That's my fault. Oh no. But yeah. Yeah, if I put the code up, I'll put a link to it in the description, and hopefully you'll be able to maybe check it out if you're interested. Otherwise, I just want to show off a cool thing I made. It's always fun when you just in a haze or like, I need to build a thing, and then it's 2 days later and you're like, wow, I have a thing. I didn't even know I could build it that fast. But yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.